This was not confusion. This was divine direction. God had chosen the place. God had chosen the moment. The sea ahead was not a mistake. It was part of the plan. Back in Egypt, Pharaoh's heart turned once more toward pride. The loss of his labor force stirred regret, then rage. Chariots were assembled. Soldiers were summoned. Power marched forward. God allowed the pursuit not to threaten his people, but to reveal his glory. As the dust of the army rose behind them, fear spread quickly through the camp. Freedom felt fragile. Trust wavered. The people looked at the sea and saw no escape. Moses stood between panic and promise. In the face of fear, God gave direction, not reassurance, but instruction. Moses was commanded to lift what God had already placed in his hand. This was not a moment for negotiation. It was a moment for obedience. Moses moved as instructed. The presence of God shifted. The pillar that had gone before Israel moved behind them, standing as a barrier between the people and the approaching army. At the same time, a powerful wind began to move across the sea. All night the waters responded, not to nature, but to command. By morning, the impossible stood before them. The sea had divided. Walls of water rose on both sides, and dry ground appeared beneath their feet. What had once blocked them now invited them forward. God had made a way. Moses led the children of Israel into the sea, not knowing how long the path would last, only knowing who had opened it. Families followed. Children walked where waves once ruled. Step by step, an entire nation passed through the waters. Faith became movement. The Egyptian army entered the path God had made, but without God's permission. Confidence replaced caution. Power mistook opportunity for victory. But God watched the pursuit. When the last of Israel reached the far shore, Moses again acted in obedience. The waters returned to their place. The sea that had saved became the sea that judged. Oppression ended where deliverance began. On the far shore, the people stood in awe. The sea was calm. The enemy was gone. Silence filled the moment where fear once ruled. They had crossed not by strength, but by trust. Slaves had become a nation. The Red Sea story is not about water, it is about obedience. God made the way, but Moses had to act. The people had to walk. When God commands movement, the miracle follows. And when the way seems impossible, remember, the same God who leads you forward is the God who stands behind you in protection.